So let's have a look at this Ford Devon Discovery camper van. It is I think it's a 96 or 97, I'll have to double check. It's a 2.5 turbo diesel, automatic. Have a look at the general body condition. There's a bit of bubbling up here. It's had a lot of work. You can see that. But it's, for a cheap camper, as a project, bottoms of the door there, as an ongoing usable project, not a project. It's pretty sound. It's got 4 new tyres. It starts on the button. As you heard there. The issue we have with this camper is what's just happened there. The engine management lights stayed on. It'll happen when you're starting it. Well, it happens really, really rare. So if I start it again, that light's gone out. And that'll happen most of the times when you start it. It's actually really unusual that it stays on. So we'll have a look around it and then we'll go back to that issue there. Cup holder's still there, hasn't been snapped off. You can tell it's not a builder's van. There's a Haynes workshop manual there. Under these seats are slidey out drawers, and then these, it's got 4 seat belts, but it's a 2-berth. They flip over, they form part of the seat. This drops down. I do apologise for the dodgy camera work here. Could have paused the video just to show you how fast it is. You can slide the seat back a bit more. So that's how quickly you can set up 2 single beds. They're not too uncomfortable. You've got a kitchen in the back here, 2-burner hob, grill underneath there. You've got a fridge, which works on the 12 volt when you're driving, and gas. I think it also works on mains. Yeah, there's your mains. Jack's under there. Sink here, which works there. Got your 240 volt trip switches here, 12 volt here, lights, toilet and shower in here. The roof has, this roof light's obviously had let some water in at some point, but that's all dry now. That could be repaired if you're so inclined. The toilet empties out of there. The hot water boiler is in here. Just turn this. Click that to turn it on when the 12 volts on. Gas bottle is stored underneath here. There's a brand new camping gas bottle there, and there's also there's a diesel heater, and you would put a container in there for the diesel. That's how it's been set up by the previous owner. Storage up there, 12 volt point, table drops in there, tables on the back wall here and the legs there, and there's storage in here. There's a windscreen cover and some extra covers for the windows, And all in all, it's a fantastic little 2-berth camper van with 4 seat belts, and it actually drives really well. The gearbox doesn't change up and down like kickdown does on a lot of automatics. It just goes, stays in gear and does the job, and it's not too noisy either. Now back to that engine management light issue. We've had a quick look at the thing, we've looked through the wiring, we've tried disconnecting the EGR valve. We thought at first it was maybe related to the wastegate on the turbo. Basically, the van is usable, you can drive the van all day long. Every so often the engine management light pops up and it sort of limits the power a little bit and puts it in limp mode, and you've got to turn the engine on and off. Sometimes once, sometimes twice, to get the engine management light to go off. Now obviously that's not brilliant, but the issue we're having is it's got an OBD port under the in the fuse box, but this was pre-OBD2 or EOBD, so this was a 90s vehicle, and it was when they very first started putting electronic communications in them. And I believe from research that you need Ford FPS 5000 or FS 5000 diagnostic equipment, which the dealers all had, to talk to this engine, to talk to this vehicle, to find out what's putting the light on. Obviously it's going to be something either fuel related or EGR valve related or something like that. But the maintenance and the upkeep of the van is really, really good. The previous owner spent 1,500 quid on various things, and you can tell it's been well looked after, and the engine is absolutely bomb proof, as you'd expect. But it's a usable project, as we've said. You've had a good look around, now you can see what kind of general condition it's in. It's just to get it 100%, it needs that engine management light issue looked at and resolved. It's had new leaf springs on the back, the brakes are all 100%. It's just a generally good little camper van. It just needs that EGR, the engine management light issue sorting, and it'll be an absolutely great camper van. Thanks for having a look. Happy bidding.